I decided to not have children.
Dreads for 9 years, and back when I got them I was 15, and it was the first time in my life, I would say, when I had radically changed my appearance. And also because of that, it's very important for me to have my dreads, because it's the first symbol of being myself, or the thing I made out of myself.
The story of my dreads is that they just keep growing with no end. I never cut them, and where there's no dreads, there I just shave the hair off, because you get like this tiny little fluffy dreads, and that sucks. So I just keep them in the middle, and I have them because I think it looks good, and it's easy. You don't have to wash it so much. You don't ever have to cut it.
Okay, that's the first really good question. Story of my dreads. I decided to not have children, so I decided for my dreads. They are now 17 years old, and it's actually the second time I have dreadlocks. Before I was shaved bald, and, well, what's the story of them? I just like them. I like to have a heavy weight on my head. Makes me feel really comfortable to sit like this.
Show them, because they are just babies.
I don't know if you can see, but they are really young. There is no story. I shave myself for more than 10 years. And yeah, from the beginning I was here, living here. I promised to Mark to grow my hair, and then, yeah, the story of my dreads come out. They are 6 months old, really young. Actually, I have not to do nothing. They grow natural. They are here. Savage.
At the end of my dread beard, I was growing my hairs in dreads, and I never cut them, of course, because dreads you don't cut, of course. And so I let my beard grow for like many, many years. And I also didn't cut them, but they don't dread so good. So first I put rubber bands in it so they stay together, and then they grow longer and longer. And then at the point that I got my neck and my face tattoo, I had to cut them off and start all over again. And then I just started with the häkelnadel. I don't know the English word of this, with this thing with the pin, and I just...
Crochet.
Crochet. Yeah, with the crochet needle, I just make them, and then now they seem to stay quite good. But everything that grows out, I have to like crochet it back inside, and then it stays like this. But this is like 5 years, I think. 5 years of not cutting them. Yeah, they got a bit shorter because they got last winter or 2 winters ago. They got in between the zipper too many times, and then they broke off. So that's why they're a little bit more short than the other ones.
Ah, okay. Ooh. Okay. The story of my dreads is a long story. No, it's not a long story. I have my dread. I had dreads like when I was maybe 19. My full head was...
How long ago is that?
It's like maybe 5 years ago. No, like... I don't know if I should talk about that. It's
So
like,
you had dreads here before most of us was even born.
okay, yeah. The time where it was not so known to have dreads. Yeah, I had my full head with dreads, and then I cut them off, and after that I just let grow the rest, the back of the head. And this I have like, I don't know, 15 years ago. But I cut them sometimes, then I let them grow. I don't know, yeah. That's the story of my dreads. And I have a lot of dreads from friends and stuff. But I also have my dreads. Mine are the longest.
The story of my dreads is kind of different to the most people who have dreads, I would say, because I have big curls. Normally, my normal hair is big curled, and I was always really annoyed about those curls. And then I got a punk rocker, and I went on festivals and for weeks on the street and stuff. And then my hair got dirty and stuff, and like you could see the fat. And then one day I was totally annoyed, and I saw my friend, she had also dreads, and she woke up, finished, and she went to bed, and she looked pretty and nothing, no problem with her hair. And that's exactly the reason why I got dreads, just because it's easier.
Yeah, I got my dreads when I was 18. I wanted dreads since I can remember. I think with 14, I was start growing my hair for dreads, but back in that time, there was no internet, there was no information. You see like 2 times in my life, someone with dreads in real life. And I was like way too shy to ask how it's done. And back in the day, I believed you go to a hairdresser and they like weld it together with something. But yes, I was a little kid. And I got my hair grown like till there, and then I go to different hairdresser and they all had absolutely no clue how it's done. And I was really asking around a lot of people and no one knows. And then I cut them off, and I probably start growing my hair again with 16 or 17. And then I found in the internet back then, 56K modem. You plug out the telephone, I plug in my small computer, and I found this one homepage where they explain how to make dreads. And then I started just making myself dreads. And it was like, I think, roughly in the same time when I was like, give up a more normal scheme of life. I was giving up my normal job, by giving up the idea of ever having a normal life in that way, what normal is supposed to be in society. I start getting first visible tattoos, and that was the kind of stand for me for the time I living a little bit more alternative life. So they are 17 years old, and that's roughly the time it marks while I started living that way.
If something happened and you're not longer able to tattoo, what passion would you pursue next?
Yeah, the knife building is kind of my new passion at the moment. But there's like many other things you can do. Like you can start traveling a little bit more. That would be very not so bad.
But they cost money and make no money.
It has to make money. I don't know. Yeah, let's stay with making knives then.
Why do you look so handsome?
Me. Because little swastika make me like this.
If you could spend 1 year of your life as an animal, would you do it? What animal would you be?
I would be a squirrel.
Coffee and silent merch. Feeling so coffee and silent merch.
Merch is hot as hell.